What's going on, everybody? We are in Winter Haven right now, about 20 minutes away from my destination in Bartow, and we're just kind of seeing how FSD handles all this. Looks like we're in a bit more of a populated, more dense area going through Winter Haven. Frankly, this whole region of Florida has been too easy for FSD. I don't know how many of you have experienced version 12.3.6 through these parts of Florida, but I've seen a few comments where people are saying it's really good, even better than version 12.4 is currently. And so far, I gotta agree. I mean, I have not had to take over even once. There's only maybe one time, maybe two, that I've taken over just to go a different way, not because I actually needed to intervene on the system. It is kicking ass. And I am really eager to get a new update so I can finally, move forward with everything. But in the interim, while we wait for new updates, as well as me getting my registration changed to get the Uber and Lyft thing rolling, I'm just going to try to do stuff like this, where I'm capturing FSD around town, wherever I'm driving, to see how it performs. Get through this red light. Oh, never mind, it's changed already. I usually like to skip those. My bad. But no, again, so far, version 12.3.6 has been doing really well. And a quick question for the audience, because this feedback was brought up after my last video. I want to hear from you guys, both on YouTube and X. What do you prefer? So here, we're using, okay, good deceleration coming into this right turn. I'm using the dark mode, which I've personally preferred, and I like the contrast between the blue and the black in the background. But someone brought up that it's kind of hard to see what's going on with other cars. So let me go ahead and change this real fast to the normal light mode. And I'm blind. Oh my gosh, it's so bright. And again, I'd just like to know what you guys think. Do you prefer the dark mode or the light mode? I'm wondering how split this is. I'll probably put a little poll up on X as well. So please go over there and vote. I'll have it up for a few days. So whenever you're seeing this video, I'll probably have the poll up for like 3 or 4 days. Go check that out. Let me know what you think on X at CYBRLFT, CYBRLFT. I want to know what you guys think. Like, this is really bright to me, but it might actually be better for showing people what's going on around in better detail for you guys, which honestly is more important than my own personal preference, because I want this to be something that y'all like to look at. So let me know what you think between seeing this in the light mode and everything versus the dark mode. For now, I'm going to use dark, because it's my preference, but whenever I'm recording, I can turn it back on to the bright mode for everybody if that's what you guys like. So yeah, I'm gonna start talking after this red light's over. All right, here we go. System seemed a little unsure of itself for like a split second, but then corrected. Very similar to how a person might. That was really good. And hopefully soon, I don't know how soon, I'm gonna try to pair up with Mugen XS, my buddy that we stream the video games and stuff together. We're gonna stream FSD content together, so that way my phone can be up here recording everything, while Mugen and I can use his phone to look at comments and interact with the audience. I think that'll be a blast. I have that phone holder that Miss Jillybean on X recommended, because she uses it in her streams, and the streams are really smooth. So I'm excited. That's still in the box, but I have it at home ready to bust that thing out and do live streams. I don't know how often. It'd be cool to do them like maybe a few times a month. We'll have to see how available Mugen is with his busy schedule and us meeting up. We're about, I think, 35-40 minutes apart from one another. I'm not totally sure. I'll have to time. I haven't even been up to see him yet because of how crazy things have been. But yeah, I definitely want to do a lot more of the live stream stuff. Him and I really enjoy doing that together. We vibe off each other really well. And we look forward to hopefully doing a lot of content together in the future that we'll bring to everybody in time. And sweet, we're cruising along. I've also really loved how natural FSD has managed to maintain the speeds around here. Currently, we're cruising about 55 miles an hour, 89 kilometers an hour. The speed limit looks like it's about 45, but we're just flowing with traffic, and this feels very natural. And we're in the average mode. That's where I usually like to keep it. I'm also going to be doing all the RoboTaxi Report stuff. My buddy Elias and I are already working on making sure that all the new data is filtered for Florida now, and we'll be able to go over everything. Oh, look at that sky. Oh, man. I kind of miss it. I've missed the rain. I've missed thunder and lightning. I don't know, little things that I grew up with that I guess feel very relaxing to me. Like I sleep really well during thunderstorms and such, as a little random tidbit about me. Just, I've always liked thunder and lightning and storms and the clouds and everything. I know it was totally random, but me just moving back to Florida, there's a lot of nostalgia and fun little things that I'm remembering now. I already feel like I've reacclimated to the humidity, even post-rain. Like, it's hot, don't get me wrong. Right, outside right now, it's 37 Celsius, which it's about 97, 98 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's toasty, but it's beautiful. And the summer nights are gorgeous. And in about another month or two, we'll be getting into the cooler kind of fall, winter season. But yeah, it feels really good to be back here. I'm really, really thrilled to be back. Promise I won't get all emotional for you guys, but this has been a big deal. This has been great. And I can't get over just how comfortable and natural it feels to be in Mew on these roads, because I've never had FSD in Florida. I mean, when we took our trip last November, we used the Model Y, and it has basic autopilot, but you don't get to really experience the city street side of things. And yeah, I'm bummed that I'm not on 12.5 and all, but you know, I'm patient. We'll get it when we get it. And eventually I'll just end up having a hardware for Tesla that'll be able to handle it. Well, let's see how we handle this, because Mew's acting a little weird and stuttery with this light, but we're proceeding. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping Mew now, whether, you know, regardless of me getting a new Tesla in the future. Mew's staying in the family, and we'll be able to help generate some extra revenue through renting him out on Turo. So it'll be cool in the future if any of y'all that have been fans of the channel and have followed Mew and I forever, if you're in the Florida area and want to rent a Tesla, you might get to rent this car. No idea when that'll be a thing yet, but that is kind of the plan, you know, to keep this and have him continue to work, since he's already been working so hard. Seems to love it. Now we're just cruising along. This is really simple. I might cut through some spots that are a bit more dull, because these videos can end up just kind of going on forever. So the goal is to post as often as I can. Usually not more than once a day. I did post twice the other day because I got up the vlog video of the move, and then my first, you know, drive in here when I was heading from Lake Wales to the O'Reilly Auto Parts. So that was sort of a one-off, but I do want to try to post every day. And get the channel growth really kicked off. Since I have this crazy 5 gig internet now, I can upload 4K high quality videos so fast. I mean, my I think both of those videos were like 5 minutes to upload that I've put up that are 4K capable. Absolutely insane. Yesterday's video, or this morning's video, whenever I put up the UPL, I can't keep my head on straight. That video went up in 3 minutes. It took a little bit longer after that to process it to 4K and stuff, but like maybe 15 minutes compared to 10 plus hours in San Diego on Starlink. And that's not to disparage Starlink. You know, Starlink is incredible, and it's meant to serve a specific niche and a use case, which is to grant internet access to everybody. It's not meant to compete with fiber uploading 4K plus video content. So like, that's not me bashing on Starlink. It's just me having used Starlink for years and not wanting to deal with Cox internet out there, and I couldn't get fiber anyway, so it was really competitive with the Cox system we were using. But now to be on this Eero by Frontier 5K system, man, it's like stepping into the future. Gaming quality is insanely good too. Like, I don't have any rubber banding or lag spikes or anything on Rocket League anymore, which is incredible, and other games are running super smooth. It's a great experience. And my wife too is saying that she's having a lot of performance increase with her work stuff, folders populating properly, and just big improvement overall. No, I'm kind of like ranting about stuff that's sort of random. Apologies. You know, I've been out of the kind of daily content grind for so long that it feels good to be getting back into it and refamiliarizing myself. Man, what an interesting look with the sun coming down. There's like a split view of like gorgeous light to the right and then like this darkness over here. I love that sort of contrast that you get with the clouds out here and the storm system off to our left. There's a good storm system out there, it looks like. I mean, that's a deep like blue gray. Now, bringing that up, thinking about the wider angle, I do want to get into some cameras that can support that. Like, I was watching for inspiration, I was watching Chuck Cook's unprotected left videos again and he's a master with the way he has his display set up and the wide angle camera and the camera that shows the overhead view from that light post or whatever. Really cool. Now, I can't do all of that, but I would like to get a third camera to put out of my car, like on the top, that's a bit more wide angle to show you perspectives of like street crossing and what's going on, and to just bring an extra visual to my videos. I like to keep things as simple as possible, but when it comes to like doing the left-hand unprotected turns, and I don't know, other random use cases where I'm just kind of like pointing and showing you like this crazy cloud difference, it'd be cool to have the camera perspective to pull up when I'm talking about it or when it's relevant. So looking forward to doing that. I don't know if I'm going to stay in the GoPro realm or if I'm going to venture out into some of the other suggestions I've seen. GoPro's been okay. I'm not like super attached to them. They're just what I've known and what I've been familiar with using. All right, we're dancing now. Miu's not wanting to commit to this lane change for some reason. That was a little weird. Wasn't too bad though. We didn't get like fully in that lane and dance and bail out on it, so that's kind of cool. I wouldn't mind if he got over though. There we go. Let's get out of this left lane. I know we're not technically on an actual highway like the 5 or I-4 out here, but still lingering in the left lane just never really feels comfortable to me. We're about 10 minutes out from our destination. I don't really know that we're going to get anything exciting to throw off the system. These roads are just a breeze, man. I guess I've been so used to the chaos of Southern California that, I mean, this is relaxing. I've often made the joke when people ask if, you know, having FSD makes my job easier with Uber and Lyft because I can kind of just kick back and let the car drive, and I would always say, well, no, not really. It's more like being a driver's ed instructor or a coach. You know, my stress levels are higher because I have to be ready. That's the case out there a lot of the time, but here, so far, in these areas especially, it really is a stress reliever. And what's really cool, I meant to say this earlier in the video, but you know, since I am relatively new to this area of Florida, I grew up close to Altamont Springs and Apopka. Seminole and Orange County are the two counties in Florida where I spent most of my time. I went to Oviedo High School. I went to Longwood Elementary. I went to Millwee Middle School. I went to several elementary schools. Bear Lake is where I met Mugen. I'm gonna drive over there for old time's sake. But all that's to say that being in this area that's relatively new, using FSD has been a massive help. Miu has just been able to take me where I need to go and just knows the way to get there. Like right now I can confidently and accurately say that my car knows the roads better than me. Like I've heard people talk about how, you know, some of the, like the gauntlet in California and some of the other challenges would be really tough for somebody who's not familiar with the area, but I'm used to it because I drive it all the time. I'm experiencing that in real time now because I'm not as familiar with these areas, and you know, when to turn, especially near where I live, there's a lot of little back roads and stuff that are kind of cool to get around some of the more congested spots, and I'll just pick her out and Miu kills it. He just takes us all down the roads, knows exactly where to go. And it's been a massive benefit. It's been a huge feature to be confident that like, all right, well, I might miss a turn or not really know exactly where I'm going, but my car does. How freaking cool is that? I can't imagine how exciting it'll be for a lot of people that try this for the first time, or you're road tripping or traveling to new areas and you're not really sure where you're going, but your car does. That's awesome. It takes a lot of the stress out of the equation. And it kind of lets you sort of like sightsee too. Like you want to be a good steward. You want to be paying attention and not, you know, distracted looking off in every direction. But it does allow you to take a second to be like, wow, this is nice. I really like, you know, the way that looks. I mean, right now we're just surrounded by a bunch of trees, but I'm just giving an idea. It's cool. It allows you to take some of your focus off of what's directly in front of you and appreciate your surroundings a bit more. In a big way, that's actually made it even safer because I don't have to be as hyper-focused forward, that I can be more observant of my other mirrors and people around me in all directions and what's going on. And there have been cases where I've been able to keep an eye on someone that's coming up really fast behind me and just be ready on the throttle just in case they're not going to stop at a light, or if I'm taking an exit or a turn and they're coming up fast. These are all the things I'm always kind of thinking about looking at. But yeah, no, it's been fantastic. The experience of using FSD out here so far has been absolutely incredible. And we're only about 5 minutes out now, so I'm probably going to wrap this up as we're heading in to the Bartow region. Really simple area. This whole region from Davenport through Bartow, Lakeland, all of it, Sebring, Lake Wales, it's all gonna see probably a massive build-up over the next couple of years. They're expecting 2 to 3x the population. It's kind of sad. I'm gonna enjoy the small town vibes while I can, because it's been such a nice departure from the craziness of San Diego. But if anything else crazy comes on, you know, I'll throw it in the video toward the end. But thank you guys for tuning in, and all the encouragement and support from the community has been absolutely incredible. Well, there we go. There's the dark clouds I was talking about. But I really look forward to bringing you all the content I can. I know there was a little bit of a stagnation and dry spell with everything going on, but we're back, man. We're back, and all the content to come. I gotta spread the Tesla gospel to these Floridians, to my fellow Florida peoples. But thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I will catch you in the next video. Man, that just, I don't know if it's just me, but that is beautiful. I love the contrast of storm clouds, storm systems. Random little tidbit extra too. When I was little, for a while, I wanted to be a meteorologist. I saw the movie Twister, as horribly inaccurate as it may be, and I fell in love with storms and just the beauty and chaos of Mother Nature. How it can be so precious and beautiful one moment in one direction, and then look like utterly terrifying and awe-inspiring in another. I love tornadoes and hurricanes, all kinds of storms. I'm so fascinated by them. Georgia Street, damn it. See, I got distracted, and now we're not even in Florida anymore. Citgo. Man, I haven't seen a Citgo in forever. Treasure Marts. That is, oh, it's a flea market. Okay. Wow. We're like driving into the monster. Maybe we'll actually get a little adverse weather toward the end of the trip. Oh, yeah, no, I recognize where we're at. Like a boss, man. All right. That's it for the bonus footage, everybody. Catch you next time. See ya.